Hey everybody, Spine Ticks Pressing here, and thanks for tuning in. This is going to be a multi-part series because I'm going to take this copy that I picked up not too long ago of New Mutants 98 in a newsstand, and I'm going to try to see if I can elevate that grade. It's a 7.0, and it's got a few defects, and I think the majority of the defects are pressable defects and correctable defects that I can improve on. And what I'm going to do with the book is I'm going to get it sent in for the Rob Liefeld signing that's coming up. So I think I have, I don't know, maybe about 10 days or so to get this book to CGC. So let's start the clock. The clock starts now, so stay tuned. Let's crack this bad boy open. I'm going to go ahead and right now put up on the screen for you the grader's notes, because this book does have grader's notes. I get a lot of books, and I've looked at a lot of books that I've considered purchasing that are slabbed, and there just isn't grader's notes. And this one, though, does have some. There are some pretty substantial issues, I think, with the spine. So, I can see maybe a little color breaking spine tick there. There's definitely a color breaking one there, those three. I know in the notes it indicates that there's some foxing on the cover. I don't see where it is, but I'm gonna, maybe once I get it out, it'll be a little bit more apparent as to where it is. I know some time ago, like a month or so, or maybe 2 months ago, I looked at this a little bit more closely, and I thought I saw maybe just some foxing up here. Maybe it was up here around the Comics Code Authority area. Not sure where, but yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at those grader's notes. They should be right there. Take a look at them, and let's see if we can start cracking this thing open. Now, I did recently crack open my what was it? Booster Gold number 1, and I did not have very good success with Booster Gold number 1. I was pretty disappointed with how that came out, but I learned quite a bit from that one. What I learned is that I did not apply adequate moisture to the book, and we're talking, a book from the 1980s, so it's a 30, almost 40-year-old book. It's an old book. And, it's really important, I believe, for these books that are of that age, for the fibers in the book, for them to, to lose the creasing and the the little wrinkling. You've got to have adequate moisture. I think that's kind of a no-brainer. And I really did not apply much moisture to that book at all, other than just using, I think I used maybe a hand steamer. And so this book is gonna, once I clean it, it's gonna go in the humidity chamber, and hopefully that will allow the fibers of the book to to really take on and maybe, not regress. Maybe. I am going to probably resubmit that Booster Gold number 1, because I still think that Booster Gold is higher than a 9.0. It was a 9.4, and then I didn't apply enough humidity to it, and pressed it, cleaned it, and came back a lower grade. But I'm determined with that book to get it up. So let's take out the label. Oh, it's going the wrong direction there, isn't it? Alright, we got our New Mutants 98 label out. Let's crack it a couple more times, and then we should be able to get the inner sleeve out with the book. I really don't believe this book was clean and pressed prior to submitting to CGC. As you saw in the grader's notes, the grader's notes don't seem to indicate that. And then what I see from just looking at the book you know, the subtle creasing and the issues with the spine. Those things, to me, are indicative of the fact that the book has not been clean and pressed. So I'm going to pop some gloves on here in a little bit, but before I do that, let's take a look at it. I got to be honest, it doesn't look so hot. The spine really doesn't look that great on this one. But the one thing I think that was a positive is the corners look really sharp. And I see along the edges kind of an overlay, which shows me that the book's not been pressed. There's a deep crease right here that I couldn't see before, right on the corner. It's not color breaking, so that'll press out. Right now, I'm trying to see if I can spot where this foxing is. I don't see it. I really don't. I'm kind of questioning whether or not it really, maybe it's just dirty. And there isn't really foxing on it. Maybe it's possible it's inside the book. I see another defect down here on this corner. This corner doesn't look so hot. So I think I can get and press out the spine pretty nicely and clean that up. And I'm gonna have to study maybe right in here or across Deadpool. I might have see if I can get Liefeld to sign right in that area. I know he does a lot of signatures kind of lengthwise, and maybe that would look good going down the side right here. Not sure, but that I'll work on that later. That's many steps from now. Yeah, you know, you can see kind of a bend here. There's like a little crease right along the spine from where this book's been stacked. Man, there's just some really crazy creases going on down there. So a lot of these creases are going to come out. I don't know. It's just no telling with CGC what this book will do. Now, there's lots of little spots up in here in this blue area. Maybe that's what they're calling as foxing. I'm not sure. I don't know. All right, so I'm going to get the book over as far as I can on that side. I'm going to do a cut along this edge, and then I'm going to try to move the book down and do a cut along the top edge, and then the flap will open up. So let me get some gloves on. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'll give you like a little close up here while you're waiting. All right, here we go. Make sure again I've got the book all the way over. I'm going to start with the longest side first. I'm pretty, I guess I'm pretty excited and pleased with the fact that I think the book itself looks pretty good. In terms of defects, there's a lot of defects that I think are all correctable. Some of the issues obviously on that spine are not correctable, and you know, but I can live with those. I think, you know, in my heart of hearts, if this came back as a 7.0 signed by Liefeld, I would be pretty happy with this particular book. I think it should come back higher, given what I see on this book. But you just never know. You just never know. It's really an interesting game we play. You just never know. All right, so I want to make sure I've got good vision on this, and I do. Not anywhere near the book. All right, so let's put this bad boy away. My little X-Acto. And I've got a fresh bag and board for it to go into. Let's see how I did. Okay, I did have a little bit of adhesion there. And let's see, I really don't want to scratch the book in any way, getting it out. Let's see if I can I can shimmy it out. Well, I think I'm going to do one more cut along the bottom, make it a little bit easier. There's so much room in this book. Some of the other books that I've cut out, I can't quite say the same thing for, but this one does appear to have a good amount of room around the edge. Okay, all right. Cut it. Let's see if we can. Got a little static cling here. The cover really wants to stick. Okay. Let's see, maybe can I see the foxing now? If I angle it. I can kind of angle it so you can see it a little bit. Still don't really see where it is. A little concerned of some of the yellows. I don't know if that's common, but they seem to be a little faded. Okay. Well, there we go. Got it out of the slab. And let's see if we can open it up here. Yeah, there's just a lot of defects on this book. Well, page coloring does not look good to me. Oh, I see. Here we go. Here's our foxing. It's inside the book. So we've got some on this page here, it looks like. Down there. It looks like it's just limited to page 1. So I don't see any more. The pages do lighten up considerably after you get past page 1. Let's see if the back looks equally poor. And yeah, I would say it does. Down in this area here, kind of along that. Let's see on the inside. See a little bit here. Some right there on the inside cover, some there. So this is probably where I would say I think most of the foxing is on the inside of the back cover. And I'm just going to have to trust my LED blue light to remove some of that. And I think it will. I feel pretty good about that. Yeah, you can really see the foxing down here on this corner. Let's see if I can get... I'll try to hold it up here. I'm going to put it on the bag and board. So the foxing's not on the outside of the book. It's on the inside. And you can see it mostly on that bottom left corner right there. See if I can hold it up close to the camera. See it? Very light. So that's what they've cited. You know, see a little bit of spottiness, you know, down here. But yeah, on the inside of the cover. And the page quality looks pretty good once you start getting in to the book. I don't know, really the inks seem like they've been faded. Now the blue light, the LED blue light, I believe does improve the brightness of the inks. And there we go, we've got Deadpool right there. Trying to take out Cable. Pretty cool. Pretty cool, pretty cool. But the nice thing is I don't see any issues on the inside of the book, on these inner pages, in terms of any other foxing. But it's definitely on those interior pages. So it's going to be a challenge. I will say though, it's these corners where I see it the worst. There's a little bit up here, and I got some down in there, but yeah, I think this is going to be a fun project. I'm going to have to do a little bit of blue light work. And but there it is. You know, the book itself has not been pressed, in my opinion. I see a lot of superficial creases on the cover. And, you know, I think some of this is just dirt and a little bit of grime. Let's see if we can take the pad to it and see if some of this comes off. Yeah, some of it is coming out. So that, I think, is going to be the end of part 1. I'll do a close-up of the book so you can see some of the more notable creases and spine ticks and defects in the book. And probably not going to show you the inside. We looked at the inside already. But let's go to some close-ups of the actual book. And in the next installment, I'll be working on cleaning the book, getting these white areas nice and bright. And then from there, I'll probably go to working on the foxing, see if we can get those stains removed. I believe they will come out. I really do. You know, the blue light LED works amazing wonders on foxing. All right, thanks for checking it out. Let me slide it over. Take a look at some other videos I've got here on my channel. Thanks for tuning in, and hopefully we can get this book in great shape and ready to go for Rob Liefeld to sign at CGC. And in no time, we'll have it back, and we'll have the final installment of my prediction for the book, followed by the unboxing of the Slab copy. But gosh, I mean, I could see it staying as a 7.0, but I don't think it will. I think this book will improve. So that's good. I think I would love to have anything higher than a 7.0. A 7.0 and above, signed by Rob Liefeld, I would be ecstatic. I would be ecstatic with this book. All right, thanks for tuning in. As always, happy hunting.